What is up, everybody? Happy Friday, and welcome to a special pre-recorded video where I'm still trying to play around with what I have to see how we can intro and outro these videos, because $90 a buck, $90 a month for StreamYard is ridiculous, and I am not very tech savvy, so we work with what we got. But as you know, once in a while, something special comes across my desk to where we do a pre-recorded video. And I'm pretty sure you guys know what this one is. Many of you have already gotten it well before me, but that's okay. I'm happy to have gotten my hands on one. Lots of people are still waiting on theirs. Shout out to Twisted Timmy and Jen, because that's where I picked up my Recoil 3, or the R3, or a lot of people are calling it the 3 coil. I don't particularly like the 3 coil. I like the R3 or the Recoil V3 by Thundercloud, and of course the one and only Mr. Grim Green. Yeah, and shout out to Timmy. He's an absolute legend. The story goes like listen, I was informed that someone was going to be picking me up one of the limited edition black and green, for basically for a gift. You know what I mean? And I really appreciate, my yo-yo friends. They were gonna make, a couple of them were gonna make that happen for me. But I was still tempted when I saw these hit Timmy's site to grab one, to maybe grab a stainless one. I thought stainless could be nice. It could match a couple things. I don't really have as many stainless steel RDAs as I do some other things, and possibly maybe someday maybe I can get it coated. But they sold out like within under an hour on his site. I happened to make a comment on a post in his group, and lo and behold, I think it was the next day, I got a message. Timmy PM'd me, said that he recounted and he had one more stainless steel one left. Really awesome of him to do that. I hopped right on over there and snagged it, and it just came this morning, while I was all sleep deprived and just just waking up to meet the mailman. And I took a little bit of an extra nap and did some things around the house and said, yo, we got to record this. We're going to unbox it. Normally we unbox it, we show it off, we talk about it, and then we save the build for Monday. And if you're new here, come hang out with us on Mondays on Wicking It and Kicking It, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a great old time. Usually I save the build for Mondays, but this is a special one. I want to get this up and rocking, yo. So we're gonna build it, and this video may be a little bit longer. I mean, my recorded videos are typically longer than most YouTubers, but I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a hobbyist with a camera and a YouTube channel, right? Like many of us are. Yeah. So we're gonna look at it. We might take a look at the OG recoil, some comparisons, do our best, and we're gonna build it. Heck yeah. 4 minutes in, and I need a cup of coffee before we get started. Cheers. A sip of coffee, rather. Obviously, it's in a cup. Still rocking my Ohmwork squonk with my broken Addy that we wicked up the other night. Did we? No, we didn't wick this on the show the other night. But anyway, pendulum coils, cherry bomb, always on the inside of my broken Addies. And I'm still cranking away on this Boston cream pie that I made that I've really been enjoying. So delicious. Not something that is probably going to be able to be made available in the future. Which reminds me, if you're not a member of the Facebook group JMW Premium, Facebook search that so you can get in the know. Yeah, I just don't have enough of the flavors to support it. And also tune in to Wicking It and Kicking It on Mondays. Lately, we kind of been talking about some updates about situations happening with being able to source flavors if you're a DIYer. All DIYers, a lot of DIYers in the chat during the show as well. So if you like to DIY, come join us. This recipe is public on ELR, Boston cream pie. So if you got everything to mix it yourself, I highly recommend. You can probably substitute a couple things if absolutely needed. One more thing, just because I really want to rip on it, still rocking this sexy bad boy. The mix. Love the mix. It's like a cult favorite, has a cult following. With the Innova on top, this is loaded up with PB&J cream, a Pendulum Coils high ohm firecracker. Love those long, crackly draws. And one more thing, because why not? I haven't broken this guy out in a while. We did wick this up on Wicking It and Kicking It last week. We got the Wicked V2 on the Hellfire Cobra. Some of that Lady Liberty. Woo, woo, woo. Banana pudding with chocolate chips. Recently made public on ELR as well. No longer on their menu. Made public, so you can mix it yourself if you like. Got a Kinks coil on the inside here. 3mm burrow banger. But enough of that. It's time to open up this bad boy and get it rocking. So let's go on down. Of course, my dumbass waited until the time of day where the sun starts to shine in through the window to record. So let's try and block it the best we can. There's the packaging. Super nice and clean. I really like this packaging. I think I'm going to need like a little guy, like a little flathead, to poke one of these corners. Let's open her up. Of course, this was a long time coming, man. We were overdue for basically like a rerun of the Recoil. Haha. I'm just gonna stick that in my pouch. Little cardboard sleeve on the outside. This is what I love. Lifetime warranty guaranteed. Thundercloud are really killing it, man. Working with lots of reviewers, just making banger after banger this year. Lifetime warranty. Wow, that's nice. I really like the white packaging. I'm a sucker for a good presentation. So let's pop this guy open. And I know I'm a couple days late to the game this week, but it is nice to be able to have this in my hands and be one of the first few, I guess you could say, to throw this up, a video up for it. The stainless steel. Of course, we've got a little, this little guy, these little Addy stands that Thundercloud has been including in all of their atomizers. They really come in handy. And we've got the recoil, and as well as an extra top cap. And you'll see what that is later on. I can't quite tell exactly which is which. I think it comes stock with the Flavor Bro flavor insert on the inside. I'm gonna have to get a more sturdy Addy stand so we can take a closer look at this guy. That's not a sturdy Addy stand. I don't know what I'm thinking. That's another one of these guys. Let's grab this guy. We'll take this off of here and we'll use this so we can get a better grip on this guy. And you know, now that I think of it, this is a little bit bigger than the drip tip, I think. Oh no, it's about the same size. Okay, I thought maybe it was a little bit bigger than the stock tip that came with the OG recoil. It's the same size. Of course, now my freaking thing's going off. The OG recoil had this guy, proprietary drip tips. Of course, people like DHD and some other companies, they made drip tips. DHD made the Macron tip. She also made an 810 adapter, so you can use 810s on the recoil. But this is what you got. Let's see if we can come in a little closer. There we go. And we'll give it a little focus. Come on. There we go. Nice and up close. A nice brushed finish. Real nice machining. Now this is something different, and I'll show you the OG in a second here. This is something a little different that they did this time around. I think we're a little too far in. Come on. There we go. Is this gonna work? There we go. This, oh, I believe threads off now. Oh, come on, stop. Like, leave me alone. I wait to record. No, I'm trying to turn the volume down. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. Yeah, this thread's off now. The OG one just popped off. This thread's off. And what it actually does is it threads in to these inserts. Come on. Am I going to be able to get it off of here? Maybe not. All right, let's pop the cap off. It threads in. Oh, of course it's not going to pull off because it threads. Hold on. It threads into these inserts, which is new. For that, the directional snake bite airflow now is an insert that pops in. Yeah, you should be able to pull that up because it threads into the insert. Yeah, you should be able to pull that off and put it back on without having to unthread it. And I want to say that this is the Clouds Bro Clouds cap. The Clouds Bro Clouds insert. It's 3mm airflow holes as opposed to the Flavor Bro Flavor cap. I don't know if this is technically the Flavor Bro Flavor because the original Flavor Bro Flavor was 2mm. These ones are a little more closed, a little smaller they're 2.5 millimeters, so a little more restricted. And this is a new feature for the Recoil B3 that you did not get with the OG. All right. An 810 drip tip topper, which is super nice. You can fit all your 810s on there. I wonder if this one will fit in there. This is, I got a couple 810s that are a little smaller than others. Oh yeah, see this one, this 810, it's a little warped and a little small to fit in some of my atomizers. So the fact that that's got a nice beefy O-ring on the inside there, that is nice. I've got another green one that's like it. Let me see if I can. Yes, let's go. I am so stoked that these two drip tips specifically fit in the 810 adapter for this guy. But yeah, as you can see, that's some different, something different for the Recoil. And now we have a postless deck. Postless deck with one of those blocks on the inside, except this one on the inner, you know, this one's a little different. It's pitched. It's pitched now, so anything like, say, like the RDA for vaping, for instance, it has the block on the inside here, on the center. That's the word I'm looking for, the center. The liquid can pool in between your coils right here. Well, what a beautiful idea to have it shaped like a little Monopoly house. So now your liquid will cascade down and into the deck. It will not pool on the top right there. Now let's take a look real quick at the OG Recoil. I've got it on top of a clutch here. Let's pop that guy off. Here's the comparison. Your old school deck versus your new school deck. Your 4-post. Now at the time, this was a fairly innovative deck because you had your staggered posts, which accommodated for the fact that one lead always sits higher and the other one comes off lower. And you could leave your coils offset and angle your top cap so your airflow, you know, was sitting diagonal. It could come in your coils diagonal, or you could take the time to center your coils. And I would tell you, if you took the time to center your coils as much as possible, you really did get an uptick in flavor. Now you'll notice once you got your cotton in there, though, there wasn't an insane room left in the well for a lot of liquid. You know what I mean? This is a 20 millimeter deck. And as you'll see, the OG Recoil, the top caps are super thick. Well, and the new one is much thinner. Look at the difference. And that's why these inserts were a brilliant idea, similar to what they did with the Bonza Pro, how those inserts go into the Bonza Pro, except you have these airflow tubes basically that line up with your airflow on the outside here. They actually fit nicely into some notches. I like that. So they're always going to be lined up. You don't have airflow control on this. It's not going to turn. You're not going to be able to close it down. That way your airflow is always lined up. You control your airflow with your different inserts. And there will also be flavor team single coil kits coming. I don't know how much I can say, but originally I heard it was supposed to just be, and if you watch Grimm's video, it was originally just inserts that came in a little closer, you know, like say, let's do like this. a little closer to the center, so they were optimal for a single coil. But now I guess there's supposedly whole new caps coming out, colors. I don't know how much I can say. Colored caps and an actual bro flavor cap with 2 millimeter inserts. I guess I'm not 100% on the specifics. It's a little confusing, but apparently the Recoil is already doing so well. The Recoil V3 is already doing so well, and there's so much excitement and hype over it, as I personally expected, that they're going to be doing, more things in the future with this guy. And I actually kind of want to pop this on here. You can kind of see. Oh, and now you have notches on your deck. You can see the little notch on the inside there. The original Recoil did not have the notches, so your cap actually locks in place now. Boom. Beautiful. The original one did not. You had to pop your guy on there, and you had to give it the old school turn it, like crank on it sideways a little bit to get some leverage. Yeah, and then like look at the difference. I noticed this in Bogan's video. When you do like that, look at the difference. The size of the deck, where the difference in the sizes of the deck, and the differences of the thickness in the top cap. Another thing about the OG recoils, is this a 2021 release or not? The OG recoil did not have a squonk post or a squonk pin. This is a 2021 release, so actually it does have the squonk post in there. But the original 2016 release did not. It did not come with a squonk pin. I think you could buy these posts separately and you could upgrade them for squonking, but they didn't come with them until the 2021 release. This guy does. This guy comes with a squonk pin. We're not going to be squonking with it tonight. And as you can see underneath here, you've got some little slots opened up. So when you squonk, your liquid is directed directly to your cotton. And also, let's take a look here. Let's take our old Macron tip, and let's just give this a test. Your old Macron tips, boom, they fit. Oh, I like that. We might end up putting this on the clutch, but I got a couple mods out to test this out on. So all your old Macron tips, they fit snug as a bug. Look at that. And you all have the option to do 810s now. And I think I'm going to take a look, because I think what I want to do is I want to use the one that is it's hard to tell. 2.5 millimeter versus 3 millimeter. It's hard to tell. Here's how we'll tell. Oh, here we go. I just noticed that on the side here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able. Right here says 2.5. Right here. Boom. And the other one says 3. I personally want to try the 2.5. So what I'm going to do is, you know what? Let's get it built, and we'll worry about that later. We're going to try Macron tips. We're going to try 810 tips. We're going to try everything today. Let's get this guy on the trusty old Paranormal and get her built. And let's focus also. Get this guy off of here. We're already 25 minutes in, but you know what? I don't care. This is a special occasion. I don't. I know a lot of people do understand. But maybe some people that are a little bit newer to vaping, to smoking cessation, to the hobbyist community, to the hobbyist side of things, maybe you don't understand how monumental of an event this is for us. A modern day recoil. Also, you know what I want to do? I want to make sure that that guy is all snugged up, just to be safe. Is this the right thing? Yes. Let's make sure that our 810 is nice and snug. Boom. There we go. Let's get our deck on here. Oh, also, flathead screws. Well, very well done. My personal favorite when it comes to like these side screw posts. I prefer flatheads. I'm not a big fan of Allen. And I've been saving a set of coils for something special. And I believe we are going to use them here today. Let's see, can we get in closer? No, I think that's about as close as we can get. Can we tilt this down a little further? Yes, we can. All right. I've been saving these guys for something special, and this is something special. Boom. Some hands-made coils. 7-core Alien DL, direct lung. 7 cores of 34 gauge wrapped in 38 gauge NI80. 3 millimeter, 4 wraps, 0.1 ohms, dual. Now I'm really hoping these actually come in a 0.1 because I want to run my recoils on a Mac. My 10 core Aliens were supposed to be a 0.11, and those guys came in at a 0.14. They're already pre-tempered too. So, yeah, let's get these guys out. Let's open them up and let's take a look at them. Hands-made coils from Slovenia. Bring the party to your taste buds. Always a nice little thank you card on the inside. I love this presentation. Ready? Boom. And then you got your little soft little thing. And let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get a better look at these guys up close. Oh, yeah. These are going to be perfect. Like I said, normally I save the build for Mondays, but today we're not doing that. And it is weird not having chat here right now. I wish you guys were here, but there's already way too many live streams happening on a Friday. There's no way we would have been able to squeeze one in. Maybe I should have asked Craig to come on to the show and we could have done it there, but oh well. Shout out to the Punk Rock Vapor. I was at his live stream just before this. But yeah, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Let's get these guys open. Let's see. Boom. And Nick, Mr. Grim Green himself, recommended 6 millimeters, cutting your legs at 6 millimeters. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Oh. Let's get our little. Oh, I always forget to do this. I do forget to do this on the live stream too. I forget to refocus. Let's get our little generic coily tool out and get our new cutters. But any excuse to use these guys. I finally bought new cutters after like a year of my old guys being dull. I'm going to drop this into the 6mm slot and ticky-mo. Boom. Smooth like butter. Cuts right through them like butter. Ticky-mo. Stick my thumb in so when they cut, it sticks there. Beautiful. There's one. And number two. Number two. Ticky-mo. See how it sticks into my thumb like that? Then we can drop it over here. That way we're not stepping on them later, or the cat doesn't find them. Ticky-mo. Got to do everything that way. Okay. Let me get these out of here. And there we are. 6mm is supposed to be the perfect height. Let's drop them in. Oh yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna probably pull up on these anyway. You know, yeah. I'm curious. Let me see real quick. Maybe pulling up on them is something we're gonna have to do. I just want to see. Yeah. Yeah. But pretty much the perfect height. We're gonna pull up on them for added tension anyway. Yeah. Oh, there we go. You can see they're pretty much the perfect height, especially once you pull up on them. If you want to go 6.5 to make sure you're getting some extra height on them, maybe do 6.5. But once I pull up on this guy, I think it's going to be sitting just right. So let's drop that guy in there too. Come on. Open up. Yeah, there we go. And I forgot to do this again. That's the problem with having to manually focus all the time. Let's get them tightened. Don't want to crank them. Just want to get them nice and snug. And we are going to try our best to not have any wonk. Boom. That one seems like it's sitting much lower than the other one. So I'm going to loosen it. I'm going to pull up on that side there. There we go. All right. Let's get these turned straight. This is what I'm talking about. I want to pull up on them. Pull up. Straighten. Pull up. We definitely got some wonk happening. Let's pull up a little further on this one. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And there we go. Minimal wonk. I'm sure that, yeah, there's a little bit. I can see it now. Let's pull up on this one a little bit more. There we go. I think that should do it. This one's kind of tilted to that side a bit, so yes, sir. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the stuff right there. I think we got it. I think we got it. Where is my control? I think we got it. Okay, that one's a little crooked on this side. We'll fix that. But I think our height is pretty darn good. You know, most YouTubers edit this stuff, but not me. Not me. Which one was it that was a little crooked? This one. This guy. We're just going to give it a little tug back that way. And I think we're good. I think we're rocking and rolling. Maybe once we get some heat to them, they won't want to spring back as much. There we go. Alrighty. Let's get some heat to this guy. Because we're already... This is going to be an hour-long video. And I don't even care. I don't even care. We're going to go into our bed dual profile. I'm just having fun. This is what I would be doing by myself, sitting at home, even if I wasn't recording. All right, so we are... Oh, wait. I'm in the wrong thing. There we go. 0.083 pre-fire. Yes. We're going to fire this at maybe, say, 25 watts to start and work our way up slowly. 25 might not even be... Well, these are pre-tempered, so... Come on. You can already see it in the corner there. Let's turn it up to 30 watts. And what I want to do is I want to try this. I want to see if I can not have to strum my coils as much. These coils are just so beautiful. Come on. Oh. I'm going to give them a little tug apart here instead of strumming them. All right, we're going to have to strum. Come on. There we go. No. So beautiful. I'm going to give him a pinch. Let's go up to 40. I'm going to reread these, and then we're going to fire them at 40 watts. See, I knew they were going to come in a little bit higher. They're reading a 0.122. The hands made coils, for some reason, they always come in slightly higher than I think he's reading. I think he puts the specs as the pre-fired ohms. I wish. Oh my gosh, I did it again, guys. All right. Well, hopefully you guys got time to watch this, but yeah, we should have made time for a live. Look at that's about as blue as my camera is going to be able to pick up. But gosh darn, those 7 cores are sexy. We're going to give them one more fire. Just yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to take these up to 50 watts too, just to make sure there's no hot spots peeking through at 50. Yeah, I think, oh my gosh, I did it again. I am such a bad YouTuber. There we go. Let's get some wicks in this. We have spent quite enough time looking at this guy, playing around with him. It is time for some FDH wicks. Let's freaking go. Of course, I didn't think to see if I needed to unwind some more of this. Normally, I'm just able to pull it right out. There we go. There we go. Boom. All right. I need my skeezers. Boop. Boop. Let's take a sip of coffee and a vape real quick. Need to squonk. All right, all right. Let's pull a little bit off. So it's been a while since I put a 0.12 on a mech. It's kind of why I wished I had the 2mm airflow holes, but I think we'll still be okay. It's still going to vape fine. It's just not going to be as super rowdy as I sometimes like. Maybe this will end up on a regulated mod anyway at some point. But today we're definitely putting this on a few different mechs to see how it looks. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Little back and forth action. Oh yeah. All right. And then we're going to measure down just below that bottom O-ring and snip. Same thing here. Bam. All right. And we're really not going to thin these out. What are we going to do? We're going to fluff them. We're going to start with the under action. And then we're going to fluff from the center of those wick ends. Yes, it thins a little bit. And then we hit the top and just comb out to make sure everything's going in the same direction. And we trim. See the difference of the fluff and the no fluff? Fluff. And oh, don't start. Don't you start. You've been quiet this whole time. Facey. Shush it. Play with your toys. I just got you all these brand new toys. All right. And trim. All right. Let's get them tucked. Nice and easy. We got our fancy schmancy tucking tools, and we just up and in. Up and in, or as Grim says, just put it right there. Now, I often like to run my apple cream cake in the recoils. And, you know, that just might be what I break out. Because my last impression of vaping the OG recoil was running my apple cream cake. And I think it's only right that be the first liquid that we compare it with. Although I'm very tempted to break out the Gimme Samoa, the Girl Scout Samoa cookie cheesecake. But I'm in the mood for apple cream cake. It's almost fall. And we've got a full bottle that has been steeping since April. Apple cream cake. JMW Premium Apple Cream Cake. Now, there we go. Oh, yeah. Let that soak right in there. Now, let's see if we can watch this cascade down a little bit. Yeah, the backs of the cotton are soaking it up before it can cascade down so you can see it. But it's not pooling. And that is the beauty. So you can just blah down the middle. This dropper top does not want to blah. So I kind of want to just use the flavor, the 2.5 millimeter. I know the 3 millimeter is a heavy amount of airflow for me, so let's pop this guy in. Let's unscrew this guy. We are going to try. Oh, come on. There we go. We are going to try the stock tip first, and then we're going to play around with some stuff. Man, I will say those threads are a little crunchy. I think you gotta thread them on before. Yeah, it doesn't want to seem to thread all the way in. Oops, let's see. Weird. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to thread all the way down. Yeah. Maybe it needs some. There we. Yeah, see, it starts to get caught up. Ugh. There we go. Need to put a little elbow grease on it. There we go. All right. Let's turn the wattage up and let's crank it. That's 70. Let's go to 80. Vapors. All right. We're going to get this guy on. Of course, I made a mess. I overfilled it. Being a smartass, just dumping liquid in. All right. Let's clean that up. Let's get our top cap on. It wouldn't be overfilled if the cap was on. Boom. 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 Let's take a couple preliminary rips off it on the regulated device. And then we're going to play around with a couple matchy options and decide which one to finish off on here. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. All right. So we got this sitting at 80 watts. Little crackle. First time hitting this recoil as it comes stock. Well, actually, we got the 2.5 millimeter airflow in rather than the 3, but still. Ooh, that vape's like a recoil. I actually think the airflow might feel a little smoother. Let's go. Now this is kind of what I wanted to do here. Let's get this guy off. I've got a couple ideas. I need to get a battery out. No, don't fall. I wanted to put it on a clutch. You got to put it on a clutch, at least, to start. Even just stock, with the stock drip tip, it's going to look sexy on a clutch. Boom. Oh, yeah. I often will run a black RDA on here. But on the clutch, let's go. Stainless steel looks fantastic. Look at that. Boom. However, we do have the matchy Macron. Ooh-wee. I got one that's a little darker, actually. It's the same color Macron tip, but the pattern is a little darker. Let's see how this one looks. Oh, yeah, I also got this one. The knurled tip. Oh. No, I put it on like crooked and now it's being a bitch. Come on. Why did I... How did that happen? Oh, it got stuck. Okay, there we go. All right, that one needs a little lube. Let's lube it up. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Boom. Not bad. Not bad. This Macron is a little darker. Let's see. Oh, come on. A little more darker, a little more camo. I pinched the O-ring. All right, let's go. There we go. There. Woo-wee. A little darker. Not quite as warm as like a 0.09 or a flat 0.1, but vaping great. These coils are excellent. Hell yeah, dude. That is frickin' rad as hell. I should flip the cap around. No, because then it's gonna be backwards. Never mind. There we go. Boom. Or I had another idea. This would look sick on here too. We can go on the vert. Just throw this guy on here. On the unicorn vert. All matchy stainless with the stainless rings. Let's see how it hits on the vert. Probably about the same as the clutch. And this is what I was thinking of, possibly if I decided to ever get this stainless steel cap coated, I could get those rings coated to match. I still love the regular Macron tips. This one is kind of weird because it's shorter and it doesn't like cover the stainless steel as much as the regular Macrons. I want to try one more thing. Let's grab our 810 topper. And actually, I like this. I like matching this one. It's got some shiny silver in the drip tip and a little pop of color to go on the vert. The light, the glare is killing me. There we go. A recoil with an 810 on it looks sick. Boom. Or I had one more idea. Let's grab that red guy from earlier. Remember that red guy? Remember that red guy? How about a Purge Twisted 18650? Oh, I got this other drip tip that has silver in it. That might match with the silver in the neck a little bit better. Oh, let's go. I'm just having fun now. I'm just having fun, just trying things. I'm gonna have to rinse off all these different drip tips and parts that I decide not to use. We need a 20S for this guy. We need a Samsung 20S for this guy. I think ultimately I might end up going with the vert or the clutch, but oh, that's kind of gapping a little bit. Kind of gapping a little bit. That actually sounds like it's pushing a little bit more power, but maybe we need to. Blah. This one, the switch has like this sweet spot, so. Yo, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. This switch can be a little bit of a pain in the dick, but I kind of like the stainless steel with the red. That drip tip has the silver in it to match the stainless steel. I haven't been able to use this drip tip though on too many things in a while. That is nice. I'm gonna be honest, the Purge hits hardest. But see right there, I just went to go push the button. Yeah. We're just gonna keep it on the Purge right there for now. We're at an hour and 3 minutes. We've been playing around with this recoil a bunch, and I still got to make a thumbnail and get this uploaded. I would like to have it uploaded with enough time before the green room starts tonight, so people may have a chance to watch it before the green room starts. And I know those. Oh yeah. Listen, this mod hasn't had a topper that went on it. A black one would look sick too, just a plain black. This mod hasn't had a topper that steadily stayed on it in a long time. I used to run this guy on here, the Purge X. But as you can see, I pulled the 510 out of it because this guy's broken. I threaded in one of the post screws too far and it dropped inside the post and I was never able to get it out. And that 510 pin fit inside one of the extra Asgard mini my Temple 25. My Temple 25 that had like a missing 510 pin. It can't be run on a mech because it doesn't protrude enough, but it fits and it makes the RDA functional again. But yeah, I definitely got to say the Purge hits the hardest, and we are sticking with it. That's what I'm going to be enjoying this on for now. And then the OG recoil can go back on its home on top of the clutch. Did I call this a purge a second ago? Yeah, the OG recoil can go back on its clutch. It's not wicked up right now, but yeah, OG, new guy. They look so super similar. There's some slight variation in size difference, but it could be an optical illusion. It's a little taller. It's a little taller. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. We unboxed it. We showed it off. We built it. Got some ripping hands-made coils in there. We got some apple cream cake going. One of my all-time favorite recipes that I've made in the past couple years. We tried it out on a few different matchy-matchy setups. We've ripped some clouds, and we've definitely fogged out the living room. We've gone well over an hour, and I think we've decided on the purge. There is a little bit of a gap there, but I could snug it up a little more, or maybe put like a spacer in between there. I could probably put a spacer in between there. Other RDAs don't typically do that. That's interesting. But if I was to try to snug it up too much, I would dent my battery. So, but it's definitely performing its best on this mod, and that is what we're sticking with. I'm surprised at how well the .12s are doing on this. And actually, to tell you the truth, .12 is more ideal for a single 18650 than a point none ya business anyway. It's probably about as low as I would personally recommend going on a single 18650. And I mean, we do have some better batteries today. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. And I'm going to be rambling. And in true Grim Green fashion, we're going to end this before the rambling continues. I'm going to figure out how we're going to get on out of here. Let's see. Where? Oh, yeah. Okay. I know what I'm doing. All right. Yeah. Like I said, rambling. Guys, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you stick around. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Don't forget, every Monday at 7 p.m. EST, we're doing basically this. We're doing DIY and we're mixing sometimes, except we have chat. And chat is a very large part of the stream because it's wicking it and kicking it. Kicking it is 50% of what makes the stream what it is. Truly appreciate all the love and support for the channel and for JMW Premium. Congratulations to Nick and to Thundercloud for an absolute banger release of a new version of this classic. This certainly isn't going to be the last Recoil V3 that ends up in my collection, but this has been a hell of an first experience with it. So, guys, I love you. I will see you next time. Stay cloudy. I did not plan that right. Let's see if we can go left-handed. Cheers. Let's get the frick out of here. Can't do it left-handed.